I was happy. I really was. At 400 pounds, I was a happy guy and I went about life. But I didn't even realize, I didn't even scratch the surface of what really happiness was all about.
Mm.
I thought I was happy, but I didn't know all the happiness that I could get, you know? And I think that's kind of what the missing link is like they think they're happy, they think they're living a fulfilled life and all these things, but they don't even know yet. And that's what's crazy is like, okay, give it a shot and see what happens. You're still that person. You're still that fun person. You're still that passionate person. You're still the funny person. It's not because of your weight. You know what I mean? That is the case, you know? And so I think that's where people get it mixed up and it's like they don't even know. It's like, but if they did know, if they felt that and they did know, they will never go back there. Ever, ever. Because it's not comfortable to go out and sit in a stadium and not be able to fit. It's not comfortable to fly on an airplane and have to buy two seats. You know what I mean? There's so many of them that are still overweight and everything else. It's like that stops them from living a life that they have no idea what's out there, or no idea the potential that it could be, all the fun things that they can have, you know? And those little things they miss out on, you know, and let's say there's a thing that goes on in the world and they want to go to it, but they're afraid to go to it because they can't afford it to go because they have to buy two seats on a plane. You know, those things are little things that you can't tell me you're happy, but you have singers and all that will say like, hey, be okay with your butt. Of course they can afford a double seat or they have their private plane that can get them there, whatever it is, you know, but it's just like, so I mean, I just think they don't understand how much life could be even better for them, even though they might think it's better right now. Yeah.
You just gave me goosebumps with your response.
Yeah. Good, good.
So that's yeah. I gotta take a break for a second. That one needs to sink in a
Good.
little bit. Wow. On this happiness note, as you progress through extreme weight loss, could you, and this is leading up to something, could you feel the momentum of everything in life, your happiness kind of moving forward and building kind of like a snowball rolling downhill?
Oh, 100%. Yeah. And I was going as broke as could be, but I was living life and loving life to the fullest. And I learned the importance of integrity, you know, and it
Mm.
was personal integrity. And that's one of the biggest things that Chris and I taught us was personal integrity and how important that is. And when you say you're going to do something, you do it, you know, and you follow through with that. And when you do that, you feel like, and you constantly do that in your life, you feel like you have $1 million, you know, and you feel like you're living on top of the world because you're a person of integrity that keeps your commitments to yourself and you're all that stuff. Like you say, you do what you're going to do. Now, nobody's perfect. You know what I mean? Like you fall off, but then you confess, reassess, recommit, and get back on track. And that's one of the biggest things I learned. And that's one of the biggest things why I became so happy. Because before, when I was 400 pounds, like I was talking about, I wasn't on the verge of complete happiness because I would break so many commitments to myself. Was committed to everybody else. I was committed to my football team. I was committed to my
Mm.
friends if they needed something. I always showed up. I kept my integrity to them all the time. But to myself, I didn't, you know, and once I did that, then everything just was just so much. Felt like I was on top of the world. And it was an amazing, it's just an amazing experience, you know, and now it's just that's what I try to live by all the time. And I tell people, hey, you want to be happy? Just go ahead and look at where your integrity's at. If it's off, you're not as happy. If it's good, you're going to be a lot happier.